Hi, my name is Everett. Today I am reading Who is LeBron James? Who is LeBron James? On July 8th, 2010, sports channel ESPN aired a special broadcast called The Decision. LeBron James was reigning king of the National Basketball Association, NBA for short. King James, as he was nicknamed, was a free agent after playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers for 7 seasons. Players who are free agents can choose the basketball team they wish to play for. LeBron sat down with sportscaster Jim Gray to announce the name of the basketball team he decided to join for the 2010 to 2011 season. The Decision, as it was called, was broadcast from a Boys and Girls Club in Greenwich, Connecticut. LeBron decided to make his announcement on live TV because ESPN agreed to donate the advertising money from the broadcaster's sponsors to the Boys and Girls Clubs of American organization as well as to other charities. Throughout his career, LeBron had supported the Boys and Girls Clubs. Announcing the name of his new team on ESPN gave LeBron the chance to raise millions of dollars for the organization. Jim Gray never asked LeBron why he agreed to have his decision television or why it was taking place at a Boys and Girls Club. Millions of people watched the show to hear LeBron say, "And this fall, this is very tough. And this fall I'm going to make my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat." There were a lot of recognition to LeBron's decision. Some Cleveland Cavaliers fans felt betrayed and even burnt their No. 23 jersey. That was LeBron's jersey number. Basketball greats such as Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson criticized LeBron for making such a public display with his decision. LeBron had accused of placing his own fame above the game for announcing his decision on television. The decision was the beginning of the most difficult time of LeBron's career. Not everyone was disappointed by the decision. Miami Heat fans celebrated knowing that one of the greatest players in the game would be coming to their team. And LeBron himself knew that he was taking control of his own destiny. Chapter 1, A Prince is Born. On December 13, 1984, Gloria James gave birth to a boy at Soma Akron's City Hospital in Akron, Ohio. She named him LeBron Ramon James. At 16 years old, Gloria was a very young mother. She was determined to be a good mother. LeBron's father was not a part of his life, but LeBron had family around him. He and Gloria lived with his grandmother Fredra and his uncle Kurt and Terry in a house on Hickory Street. Everyone helped Gloria care for LeBron. His uncle Kurt, who was only 9 years old, was one of LeBron's earliest playmates. The family didn't have much money, but they had plenty of love for LeBron. The family lived on Hickory Street in a rough neighborhood, under the watchful eyes and constant care of his family, especially Grandma Freda. LeBron grew into a happy, athletic little boy. The year he turned 3, LeBron discovered the joy of basketball. Gloria gave him a kiddie basketball and hoop set for Christmas. Even when the hoop was raised to its highest level, little LeBron could slam dunk the ball into the net. That Christmas, LeBron sadly had his first experience with grief. In the early hours of Christmas morning, Grandma Freda's loving heart gave out, and she passed away. Grandma Freda was the heart of James' family. When she died, the family had a difficult time maintaining the house on Hickory Street. It became harder to pay bills for electricity and heat. The house fell into such disrepair. It was considered unbelievable. The family had to find another home. Gloria and LeBron moved with one friend from one friend's home to another, staying as long as they could before having to go somewhere else. LeBron estimated that he and his mother moved about a dozen times between the time he was 5 and 8 years old. All of that moving meant LeBron missed a lot of school, between 80 and 100 days in his 4th grade year. In 1993, LeBron began playing on a Pee Wee football team called the East Dragons, coached by Bruce Kelker. LeBron was a shy, tall and skinny 8-year-old when he joined the team, but he was a very good player. He scored 17 touchdowns in his first season with the Dragons. LeBron and his mother lived with Bruce and his girlfriend for a little while. When they had to move again, Frank Walker, coach for Southside Rangers Pee Wee football team, offering a solution. Coach Walker recognized LeBron's athletic talent as well as his difficulty of his living situation. Without structure and stability, LeBron was at risk of joining a gang, using drugs, and skipping school. After discussing it with his wife, Pam, Coach Walker asked Gloria if she was willing to allow LeBron to stay with him just until she found a more permanent place to live. The Walkers lived in a spacious home in a safe neighborhood. They had a son LeBron's age and a backyard for LeBron to play in. Gloria had a tough decision to make. Should she allow her son to live with the Walkers and their son and 2 daughters? Would LeBron think she might be sending him away? Would he be angry with her? Would he fit in with the Walkers and follow their rules? The Walkers told Gloria she could visit LeBron anytime she wanted. After giving it much thought, Gloria decided it would be best for LeBron to live with the Walkers while she saved enough money for a home for herself and her son. The Walkers provided the stability and support that LeBron needed. He lived with them during the week and with Gloria on weekends. Frankie Walker Jr., Coach Walker's son, became like a brother to LeBron, although it didn't start out that way. Frankie, who had been a very good player on his football team, found himself competing with big, strong, skilled LeBron. The 2 boys eventually became good teammates and close friends. The Walkers made sure LeBron attended schools and completed his homework. They gave him chores and other household responsibilities. LeBron had a positive male role model in Coach Walker. Pam Walker worked as an aide to U.S. Representatives Tom Sawyer, Sherrod Brown, and Betty Sutton. She and her husband showed LeBron prominent Black people who held successful careers. He had entered a world where attending colleges and being successful were expected. The Walkers were exactly what Gloria and LeBron needed at the time. Living with the Walkers gave LeBron the discipline he needed to achieve perfect attendance at Portage Path Elementary for 5th grade. He was a hardworking student and earned a B average. That was also the year LeBron began playing recreation league basketball at Summit Lake Community Center. His team, the Hornets, had also coached by Frank Walker Sr. LeBron was in 6th grade when Gloria found a nice apartment for him. One of LeBron's fondest memories of childhood was getting his key to his home. I knew my mom was going to be there every single day, LeBron later said. I had my own key that I wore around my neck. Having your own key to your own crib, that's the greatest thing in the world, that you learn responsibility because you don't dare lose that key. Chapter 2, the Fab Four. It didn't take long for LeBron to become a star player for the Hornets. The power and skill he had shown playing football easily transferred to basketball. LeBron was fast. He was also graceful and had great instinct for the game. What most impressed Coach Walker was LeBron's ability to quickly learn new plays and skills. But right-handed, LeBron had to work hard to learn to dribble and shoot with his left hand. In time, his left-hand layup became just as good as his right. LeBron heeded the advice of all of his coaches. Drew Joyce II coached LeBron's Amateur Athletic Union, AAU, team, the Shooting Stars. 12-year-old LeBron was almost 6 feet tall and was an aggressive player who loved shooting. Coach Joyce taught LeBron the importance of passing the ball and that great basketball player worked to make their teammates stronger too. Coach Joyce never had to repeat that lesson. LeBron began passing the ball as much as shooting it. LeBron became best friends with a few of his shooting star teammates. Drew Joyce III, Lil Drew as they called him, Willie McKee, and Shane Cotton. The boys called themselves the Fab Four, which had first been nicknamed of a superstar British rock group, the Beatles. Lil Drew, the son of the coach, always spoke his mind and had the steady support of his father. Willie, the quietest of the group, was from Chicago. His parents had sent him to Akron to live with his older brothers. Shane wasn't a great shooter, but he protected his teammates and grabbed lots of rebounds. Shane was a big kid who also played football. In the summer before 8th grade, the team qualified for a national championship tournament. They didn't win, but they lost united them. They promised to work harder, stay together, and go on to win a national title. The boys did just that. In the Fab Four's 5 years of playing in the AAU, the Shooting Stars won 6 national championship titles and more than 200 games. LeBron was such a good player, he received a lot of national attention. He was known throughout the United States as one of the best young basketball players in the nation. When the time came for LeBron to go to high school, the expectation was that he would attend John R. Butchell High School, and predominantly black school in Akron, with a very successful basketball program. The Fab Four knew that Lil Drew was probably too short to make Butchell's basketball team. LeBron had to make a very important decision, whether to attend Butchell and play for a strong team or to go elsewhere to keep the Fab Four together. The boys decided to stay together, and in 1999 they began attending St. Vincent St. Mary's High School. LeBron was 14 years old. Known as St. V, the small Catholic church was strong academically, but it wasn't known as a strong basketball team. At St. V's school, Coach Keith Dambrot was well known to the Fab Four. Coach Dambrot instructed basketball clinics on Sundays at the local Jewish community center. LeBron and some of the Shooting Stars teammates had attended those clinics every week when they were in 8th grade. Coach Dambrot had assured Lil Drew that at St. V he'd get the chance to be on the basketball team and play. Lil Drew's decision to attend St. V brought the rest of the Fab Four with him. Once there, Drew, Willie, Shane, and LeBron met Romeo Travis. Romeo had an aggressive attitude, but he seemed to mellow once he became friends with the Fab Four. The boys welcomed Romeo into their friendship bubble, creating the Fab Five. Chapter 3, A New World. Attending St. V was a huge culture shock for LeBron. He had never spent much time around white people, and St. V was a mostly white school. There were people who disapproved of LeBron and his friends for choosing a white school over Butchell, but basketball made LeBron feel right at home. In his freshman year, LeBron and the rest of the Fab Five led the St. V Irish at Ohio State High School championship title. St. V repeated their victory in LeBron's sophomore year. The team went 26-1. LeBron averaged 25.2 points per game. He became the first sophomore to earn Ohio's Mr. Basketball Award and the first to be named the USA Today's All-US team. LeBron was 17 years old when he saw 16-year-old Savannah Brinson, cheerleader for Butchell, at a football game. He introduced himself to the athletic young lady with his radiant smile. He invited her to one of his basketball games, and she agreed to come watch him play. Like so many other people in Akron, Savannah had heard about LeBron. Once she saw him play basketball, she realized that he was a superstar, but he was also very friendly and humble. He was kind and even a little shy. LeBron invited Savannah on a date, and he took her to dinner at Outback Steakhouse. For that moment on, Savannah was the only girl for LeBron. She said she knew LeBron really liked her because when she forgot leftovers from dinner in his car, he drove them back to her home to give himself another chance to see her. In the summer of 2000, 6'4", 170-pound LeBron attended a 5-star basketball camp at Robert Morris University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Many famous NBA stars had attended the camp in their younger years. 5-star players were divided into 2 leagues by age, but LeBron was so much more advanced than other players his age. He was bumped up to the league for older players. LeBron didn't want to leave his teammates, so he got permission to play in both leagues. LeBron played 4 games every day rather than 2. He also earned his way into the All-Star games for each league. No one had ever before played in both leagues. LeBron's junior year brought everyone even more attention. St. V's gym wasn't big enough to hold all the people who wanted to see LeBron play. Some of those people were scouts, professionals hired to evaluate young players, and some were NBA stars. Los Angeles Lakers superstar Shaquille O'Neal came to Akron to watch LeBron play. St. V moved some of their home games to the University of Akron where more people could attend the game. 5-star basketball camp. The 5-star basketball camp was created in 1966 by Howard Garfinkel and Will Klein. The 2 men developed 5-star because they loved basketball and wanted to provide a place for young players to improve their skills. Originally based on Hansdale, Pennsylvania, 5-star spread out to hold camp in Pittsburgh, New York, and Virginia. Between 1966 and 2008, 5-star coached more than 250,000 players, some of whom Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Grant Hill, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Chris Bosh, Paul Pierce, Larry Jackson, Yolanda Griffith, and many more. Many on the stellar careers in the NBA and the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA for short. Sports Illustrated magazine pictured LeBron on the cover of its February 18, 2002 issue. The magazine labeled The Chosen One because it hoped LeBron would become the NBA's next glowing superstar, but following Michael Jordan's retirement in 2003. The magazine also fueled rumors that LeBron would enter the NBA draft as a high school junior. At 6'7" and 225 pounds, LeBron already had the size to compete in the NBA. He seemed to have the skill as well, but LeBron quickly hushed rumors of entering the NBA draft. He valued getting the diploma and finishing his high school career with the Fab Five over skipping his senior year to play in the NBA. Michael Jordan, 1963 to Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born in Brooklyn, New York. He played college for the North Carolina Tar Heels, signing with the NBA in 1984. He played for the Chicago Bulls and then the Washington Wizards. Michael retired from the Bulls twice, once in 1994 and again in 1999. Twice, Michael led the Bulls to a three consecutive NBA championships, for a total of 6 with the team. After retiring for the Bulls in 1999, Michael joined the Wizards as part owner. He played the team from 2001 to 2003 before retiring for the game for good. Also known by his initials, MG, he is cited at Basketball GOAT, the greatest of all time. As a player, Michael was sometimes criticized for not using his fame to bring attention to causes that affected his fans and African Americans. But in 2020, he pledged $100 million to organizations, including Black Votes Matter, which fights voter suppression in America. Chapter 4, a senior almost sidelined. LeBron had a senior year unlike that of any other high school student. College basketball scouts were at his game. Companies lined up to ask him to sign deals to represent their products as soon as he began playing professionally. The eyes of the world seemed to be on him as he tried to focus on his schoolwork, dating Savannah, and basketball games. LeBron had to be very careful about the attention he received and how he behaved. Very specific rules govern students, athletes who are being looked by the NBA. They are not allowed to take money or valuable gifts. Breaking the rules could result in serious consequences. The Cleveland Cavaliers, also known as the Cavs, invited LeBron to work out with the team in spring 2002. LeBron politely turned down the invitation. NBA teams are forbidden to have contact with amateur players until they are eligible to play professionally. John Lucas, Cleveland's coach, was suspended for the first 2 games of the 2002-2003 season for making the offer, and the Cleveland Cavaliers had to pay $150,000 fine because of the invitation. LeBron's stellar high school basketball career almost came to a shattering end because of 2 gifts. Gloria gave LeBron a car for his 18th birthday. It wasn't just any car. It was a customized GMC Hummer H2 worth $80,000. Suspensions rose as to how the family could have afforded such an expensive vehicle. Some people assume that LeBron must have accepted the car or the money to buy it from a company that wanted LeBron to endorse its products. Such accusations directly threatened LeBron amateur athlete statues. He wouldn't have been able to play for St. V any longer if the rumors were true. Gloria shut down the rumors by showing everyone the paperwork for the bank loan she had acquired to purchase the car. But no sooner had that problem been settled when another sprang up to threaten LeBron's high school playing career. A clothing store owner gave LeBron some vintage sports jersey in exchange for an autographed photos. The jerseys were valued at almost $900. Such an expensive gift was considered payment for LeBron's autographs, and he was declared ineligible to play basketball. He was crushed at the thought of being unable to play the last few weeks of his senior year. Gloria hired a lawyer to find the decision, and it was overturned. When LeBron returned to the team, he was stronger and better than ever. He scored his personal best, 52 points, in his first game on the team. LeBron and the Fab Five pushed St. V to the finals for a 4th year in a row. They won the state championship, and USA Today ranked them number 1 of all of the high school basketball teams in the USA. By the time he graduated from St. V, LeBron had been named Mr. Ohio Basketball, Mr. Basketball, Gatorade Player of the Year, and a McDonald's All-American MVP. Chapter 5, From Prep to Pro. Not many high school basketball players go straight to the NBA following their graduations. Most players go on to play college, where they sharpen their skills and build their sizes and strength to prepare for NBA careers. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Connors, Amari Stoudemire, Tracy McGarrett, Dwayne Howard, and Moses Malone are several NBA success stories of players who went prep to pro, straight to the NBA from high school. LeBron joined the ranks when he decided to skip college and enter the NBA drafts. He had the size to compete with NBA players, and he certainly had the skill. Nike was so sure of LeBron's future NBA success that athletic company signed LeBron to a $90 million contract almost as soon as he graduated high school. When LeBron arrived at New York City's Madison Square Garden for the 2003 NBA draft on June 26, he was a multi-millionaire before even setting foot on the NBA court. In high school, LeBron had been called King James because of his skills and talents. Now, he was living up to the name by being as wealthy as a king. LeBron, the recent high school graduation, was clearly on top choice in the draft. His hometown team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Cleveland is less than 40 miles from Akron, won the first pick in the NBA draft. Of course, Cleveland chose LeBron. At the time, the Cavs were tied with the Denver Nuggets for the worst record in the NBA. Cleveland hoped LeBron, their powerful new forward, would lead the Clevelands to greatness. Greatness, however, takes time. There was a lot of pressure on 18-year-old LeBron. As long as his mother, his friends, and Savannah were in his corner, LeBron was certain there was nothing he couldn't do. He played well in the first year for the Cavaliers. LeBron averaged 20.9 points per game in his first season. At 19 years old, he became the youngest player to earn Rookie of the Year honors. In his first year with the Cavaliers, LeBron also created the LeBron James Family Foundation. The foundation helps single parents' families. LeBron never forgot how hard it had been for his mother to raise him alone. In creating the foundation, LeBron wanted to make sure other parents had some place to go for help when they needed it. LeBron missed a few preseason practices before his second year with the Cavaliers. He wanted to be with Savannah on October 6, 2004, when she gave birth to their first child. They named him LeBron Raymore James Jr., but they called him Bronny. Having grown up with a father, LeBron resolved to be the very best dad he could be, starting from the moment of Bronny's birth. LeBron would always be there for his child. In his second year, LeBron scored an average of 27.2 points per game. He was voted into the All-Star game for the first time. The Cavs finished the season 42-40. In 2005, he became the youngest player at the time to score more than 50 points in a game. The next season, LeBron became the youngest player to ever win in the All-Star Game MVP awards. He also made his first appearance in the playoffs. The Cavs lost to the Detroit Pistons in the semifinals, but LeBron was praised for his play. NBA All-Stars. Every year, the NBA hosts an exhibit known as the All-Star Game. The two All-Star teams are made up of the league's 24 most popular players. The All-Star Game is the showcase in the 3-day All-Star weekend. The first All-Star Game is played on March 2nd, 1951 at the famed Boston Gardens. The Eastern Conference team won 111-94. Basketball fans, players, and the media vote to choose the 5-man starting lineup for each team. The league's head coaches select the 7 reserves needed to make a 12-man lineup for each team. Coaches can't vote for players on their own teams. As of 2018, the players received the most votes to get to be the team captains. The captains from the All-Star reserves to form their teams. Each team gets to play for a charity of choosing to help make the game as competitive as possible. LeBron helped propel Cleveland into the NBA Finals in 2007. The Cavaliers beat the Pistons to meet the San Antonio Spurs for the league championship. Unfortunately, the Spurs beat the Cavs in 4 games. The championship ring remained out of LeBron's grasp, but he got something else he wanted. On June 4th, Savannah had another son. They named him Bryce Maximus James. Bryce's middle name is the same as that of the lead character of Gladiator, LeBron's favorite film. LeBron spent 7 seasons playing for the Cavaliers. He was always playing his hardest. He led the Cavaliers to the playoffs 5 times. He won the NBA scoring title by averaging points per game in the 2007 to 2008 season. In July 2010, LeBron James became an unrestricted free agent. Many teams wanted him to play for them. The nickname King James began to reflect LeBron's importance rather than just wealth. Chapter 6. The Decision and the Heat. Becoming a free agent means that a basketball player can sign with any team they want to. The New York Knicks, the Chicago Bulls, and the New Jersey Nets, the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Miami Heat all wanted LeBron to play for them. The Cavaliers perhaps wanted LeBron to sign them and stay in Ohio. Sports channels ESPN wanted to televise LeBron's choice in a special broadcast they called The Decision. Such an event would earn lots of money from advertisers. LeBron agreed to televise his announcement only if ESPN donated the money to charity, including one of his favorite causes, the Boys and Girls Club of America. LeBron sat down with sports reporter Jim Gray at a Boys and Girls Club in Connecticut to tell the nation which team he would play for in the 2010 to 2011 season. The decision was very difficult for him. LeBron didn't want to leave his hometown or the team that he'd been with for 7 years, but he had a dream of his own. He wanted to win a championship ring. LeBron announced that he would sign with the Miami Heat. The basketball fans in Miami were thrilled, but Cleveland fans were deeply disappointed and angry. Some fans burned their LeBron James Cavaliers jerseys. Dan Gilbert, owner of the Cavaliers, wrote an angry letter that was published in the newspaper and on Clevelanders' website. He called LeBron heartless and disloyal to the area he grew up in. He boldly declared the Cavs would win an NBA championship before LeBron's new team would. Basketball superstars Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal also criticized LeBron for leaving the Cavs. Jim Gray asked LeBron lots of questions, but he never asked one that might have spared LeBron such negative backlash for revealing his decisions on television. He never asked LeBron why the decision would be announced at a Boys and Girls Club. And he never asked about the charitable donation LeBron had asked ESPN to make. Fans didn't understand that LeBron was in television to raise money of dollars for charity. For the second time in the basketball career, LeBron faced anger and resentment from basketball fans and fellow players. Many people expressed their disapproval when LeBron and his teammates chose to play high school basketball for St. V rather than Butchell. The backlash hurt this time, just as it did then, but LeBron was determined to follow his dream. LeBron joined Dwayne Wade, who was already with the Heat, and Chris Bosh, who went to the Heat when LeBron did. Together they formed the scoring superpower. The three friends wanted to play together and to increase their chances of winning a championship. It was rare for basketball players to openly take control of their team's destiny, but LeBron had done this before when he chose in his high school. Back then, loyalty to do a friend drove him to St. V, where the Fab Five was born. As a professional basketball player, loyalty to his dream of a championship drove him to choose the Miami Heat, where LeBron, Dwayne, and Chris became known as the Big Three and Heatles. LeBron said that, like the Beatles, the Heatles, so out areas wherever they go. The Big Three and the Miami Heat were criticized in their first season together. Although Miami basketball fans adored the Big Three, fans in rival cities represented the powerhouse LeBron, Dwayne, and Chris had created. LeBron wasn't used to being so widely disliked. The negative weighed him down. His mood on court changed. He seemed more intense and aggressive. On December 2nd, 2010, he played his first game against the Cavaliers since his departure in Cleveland, LeBron was booed by the same fans who had once cheered him. While his hometown fans might have been upset with him, only one person feeling mattered most to LeBron. On New Year's Eve 2011, he proposed to Savannah in Miami, and she said yes. Team USA's youngest basketball Olympians. The men's basketball team the United States sent to play in the 2004 Summer Games in Athens, Greece, was the youngest to ever take the Olympics court since professional players were allowed to compete starting in 1992. LeBron James was 19 years old, and Carmelo Anthony was 20 years old. Emeka Okafor, a University of Connecticut standout, hadn't played yet in the NBA. Amr Stoudemire, Carlos Boozer, and Dwayne Wade all together had just 5 years of professional basketball experience. Team USA men's basketball won a bronze medal in Athens in 2004. In the 2008 Beijing Games, the team went undefeated and brought back the gold medal for the USA in a 2012 match versus Australia. LeBron James tallied the first triple-double in American Olympic play since 1976. He put up 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 12 assists in the gold medal final match against Spain. He scored 19 points to become Team USA's men's Olympic basketball's all-time leading scorer up to that time. LeBron James and Michael Jordan are the only players who have earned an Olympic gold medal in the same years that they won NBA regular season's MVP awards, NBA Finals, MVP awards, and NBA championship titles. The Big Three had a tough time adjusting through their first professional season together, but the Heat managed to reach the championship final. In the end, they lost to Dallas Maverick. LeBron took the defeat hard. In the off-season, he worked on his game with Hall of Fame basketball player Hakeem Olajuwon, one of the NBA's best centers. Improving his ability helped LeBron find an inner calm and a renewed joy in playing basketball. It also helped him move on from the unpleasantness he'd endured since leaving Cleveland. The super team created by LeBron, Dwayne, and Chris ironed out his wrinkles and showed its power in his second season together. The Heat reached the championship finals again, and this time the team won by beating the Oklahoma City Thunders. LeBron finally had the championship ring he had worked so hard for and left his home in Ohio to earn. Between LeBron's third and fourth season with the Heat, he realized he wanted another kind of ring, a wedding ring. He and Savannah were married on September 14, 2013 in San Diego, California. The wedding was an extravagant 3-day event attended by some of the biggest names in sport, television, movies, and music. LeBron was a happily married man in 2013 when he led the Heat to its third appearance in the NBA championship finals. The Miami Heat beat the San Antonio Spurs to win their second NBA championship. When the Heat returned to the finals in 2014, they became the first team in 27 years to reach the NBA Finals for 4 straight years. Unfortunately, this time the team came up short, and the Spurs won the championship. Later the same year, LeBron's family continued to grow. His daughter Zuri Nova was born on October 22, 2014. LeBron and Savannah had already had 2 sons, Bronny and Bryce. They were so happy to have a daughter too. LeBron and the Heat reached the NBA championship finals 4 times and were victorious twice back-to-back. Each time with the Heat won, LeBron was named the Finals MVP. Most valuable players. LeBron turned 30 years old at the end of the 2014 season. He had 2 championship rings, but something bothered him. He still hadn't won a championship for his home team of Cleveland. Chapter 7. The Chosen One Goes Home. In 2014, LeBron had the championship ring he had dreamed of. He had 2 of them. He wanted another one, but not for himself and not for the Miami Heat. LeBron had grown up in Akron, Ohio. The family he'd been born in was Ohio. the family that had chosen him was in Ohio. The city of Cleveland had adopted him as its own when he played for the Cavalries there. LeBron missed Ohio, and he had a new dream. He didn't want another NBA championship ring. He wanted an NBA championship ring for Cleveland. In a July 11, 2014 letter published in Sports Illustration, LeBron announced that he was going home to Cleveland to play for the Cavalries. Any bad feeling about LeBron's exit from the team seemed to be instantly forgotten. Cleveland fans were quick to forgive him. The Cavalries made changes to improve the team and to give LeBron better support. Kyrie Irving, a very good point guard, was already on the team. The Cavs brought in Kevin Love, a talented power forward, center of the Minnesota Timberwolves. LeBron's first season homecoming with the Cavalries was a bittersweet ending. The team made it to the NBA Finals, but injuries of Kyrie and Kevin on the sidelines. Without two of the most talented players, LeBron and the Cavs lost to Steph Curry and the mighty Golden State Warriors. This was the beginning of a great rivalry between LeBron and Steph. Stephen Curry, 1988, and he hasn't died yet. Wardo Steph Curry II was born in Akron, Ohio. His mother, Sonia, was an educator. His father, Dell, was playing for the Cleveland Cavalries when Stephen was born. Steph was a standout high school basketball player in Charlotte Christian School. He played college basketball for Davidson in North Carolina. He earned many scorings and player honors. Stephen decided to skip his senior year of college to enter the 2009 NBA draft. He was selected by the Golden State Warriors. Steph has led the Warriors to 3 NBA championships. He has been named NBA MVP twice and All-Star 7 times. The Cavalries returned to the finals the following year in 2016. Once again, LeBron and the Cavs had to face Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. The Cavalries were the Eastern Conference championships. The Golden State Warriors were the Western Conference championship. The Cavs finished the regular season 57-25. The Warriors finished with a record-breaking 73-9. For the second season in a row, Steph Curry was named NBA regular season MVP. The Warriors had set several other records, including becoming the first team to make more than 1,000 three-pointers during the regular season. Their total was 1,077. The Warriors entered the finals with a better record, but would they be the better team? LeBron was playing in his 6th grade straight NBA Finals. The Warriors won the first game of the 7-game final series on their home court in Oakland, California. The teams played the next 2 games in Cleveland, back on their home court. The Cavs beat the Warriors in the third game, but they lost the fourth. The team returned to Oakland with the Warriors up 3 games to 1 against the Cavs. It's hard to come back after losing 3 games in a best-of-7 championship final series, but the Cavs refused to give up easily. LeBron and Kyrie each scored 41 points to lead the Cleveland to victory in the 5th game on the Warriors' home court. Both teams returned to Cleveland for the 6th game, where LeBron again scored 41 points and the Cavs win that tied the series at 3 games each. Steph Curry fouled out of the game when he threw his mouthpiece angrily in frustration. Game 7 was played back on Oakland, where the Warriors would have the home court advantage. No team in NBA history has ever come back from so far behind to win the championship. No team that is until the 2016 Cavalries. Both teams played well and worked very hard, but when the final buzzer sounded, the Cleveland Cavals had beat the Golden State Warriors 93-89. The Cavalries became the first team ever to win an NBA championship after tailing 3 games to 1. Even better, the Cavs had won its very first NBA championship. In Cleveland's first pro sport championship in 52 years. LeBron made another dream come true for himself and for the city he loved. He had to return to Cleveland to bring a championship to his beloved city, and he had done it. LeBron was named the MVP Finals by unanimous vote. With LeBron back on the freshly confident, stronger team, the Cavaliers returned to the finals in 2018 and 2017. They faced the Golden State Warriors both years. They didn't win, but LeBron became one of the few players in the NBA history to play in 8 NBA championships in a row. Chapter 8. Following the footsteps of legend. After 4 seasons with the Cavaliers in 2018, LeBron decided to change teams once again. Both he and the Cavs had their championship rings. It was time for a new dream. LeBron signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, a team known for great players as well as great coaches. Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are just a few of the players who brought fame and championships to the Lakers. Pat Riley, Phil Jackson, and Jerry West are 3 of the coaches who led the team to greatness. The Lakers had lost some of their past brilliance by the time LeBron joined the team. LeBron believed he could help the Lakers regain their former glory. When LeBron joined the team in July 2018, he was injured. He had gotten a severe bone bruise in his right hand in May after the Cavaliers lost the first game in the championship finals against their familiar rival, the Golden State Warriors. But LeBron still gave his best to his new team. LeBron was injured on December 25, 2018 in a Lakers matchup versus the Warriors. The injury took LeBron out for 17 games. He had never before had an injury that benched him for so long. For the first time in his 16 years in the NBA, LeBron was unable to finish the regular season. It was the first time since his second season in the NBA that he missed the playoffs, breaking his personal best of 13 straight postseasons. The year wasn't all bad for LeBron. In December 2019, he would be named the Association Press Male Athlete of the Decade for 2008 to 2018. Also in 2019, in a November game versus the Oakland City Thunder, he became the first NBA player to post a triple-double, double-digit totals in points scored, rebounds, and assists against all 30 teams in the league. LeBron's second season with the Lakers came to an abrupt halt when the NBA suspended all games on March 11, 2020 after Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert tested positive for COVID-19, a disease that was spreading quickly around the world, infecting and killing many people. When basketball resumed in July, the season was shortened. LeBron's second season with the Lakers improved partly because Los Angeles brought superstars power forward center Anthony Davis to the team from the New Orleans Pelicans. The now healthy LeBron and Anthony completed each other wonderfully. The Lakers earned their way into the playoffs with the best record in the Western Conference in the shortened regular season. The Lakers beat LeBron's former team, the Miami Heat, to win its 17th NBA title. Together, LeBron and Anthony averaged 54.8 points per game in the finals. LeBron was the top scorer of the Lakers in the postseason, and Anthony was second. Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant were the last Lakers duo to have been the top two postseason scorers, 2004. LeBron won another NBA Final MVP's fourth and 4 championship wins. LeBron's third Lakers season began in December 2020, only a few months after the end of the COVID-shortened previous season. This didn't give the Lakers or the Heat much time to rest between seasons, and the lack of rest time affected the Lakers. LeBron sprained his ankle, and Anthony Davis strained a calf muscle, and Danish Schroeder had to quarantine away from the team for being exposed to the virus. The loss of such good, strong players hurt the team, but the Lakers still made it to the playoffs. Unfortunately, Los Angeles lost in the first round of the postseason to the Phoenix Suns. Chapter 9. Striving for greatness in all things. As much as LeBron had done on the court, he has been just as active off it. The LeBron James Family Foundation was the first jewel in LRMR Ventures, LeBron's business outside of basketball. LRMR stands for LeBron's Rich, Maverick, and Randy, the names of LeBron and his three business partners, Rich Paul Maverick Carter and Randy Mims. LeBron's childhood friends. LeBron is also part owner of the English Premier League football, soccer Team Liverpool, as well as part owner of the Boston Red Sox basketball team. Pizza is one of LeBron's favorite foods, and he is the founder of the Blaze Pizza Stores. LeBron's popularity makes him well-liked by companies who want him to represent them and their products. Nike was the first company to hire LeBron to endorse them before he even joined the NBA. LeBron was named some of the Nike athletic shoes that carry his name after places that were important to him growing up. Dunkin' Donuts, Walmart, GMC, and Upper Deck are just a few of the companies proud to be represented by LeBron. Few athletes are as dedicated to helping people as LeBron. For the LeBron James Family Foundation came the creation of the I Promise program. LeBron knows that very few can change their lives through professional sports. He believes anyone can transform their lives through education. The I Promise program began in 2015 by providing academic support and other resources for struggling students in LeBron's hometown of Akron. In partnerships with the University of Akron, LeBron enabled students to work toward earning full college scholarships. A year later, the I Promise Institute was established on the University of Akron campus. The institute gives students a chance to become accustomed to college life. One of the most important things LeBron has ever created is the I Promise School, which opens its doors to 243rd and 4th grade students on July 30th, 2018. The school was dedicated to making sure that students have every resource they need for academic and personal success. I Promise Village was opened in 2020. It's a place where students face problems such as homelessness can go to find housing and other forms of assistance. In 2020, Kent State University in Ohio joined the I Promise family by agreeing to offer free tuition to I Promise students. And in August of that year, LeBron published his first children's book, which became an instant bestseller. It is called I Promise. The book was inspired by his foundation's promise to motivate young people to strive for greatness. Along with education, LeBron has interests in entertainment, including television and movies. Spring Hill Entertainment is one of the companies LeBron created with Maverick Carter. Spring Hill produced a television miniseries titled I Promise, which tells the story of the Promise program. LeBron used his fame to bring attention to social problems in 2012. LeBron and his Miami Heat teammates wore hoodies before a game to bring attention to the death of Trayvon Martin, a black teenager who was killed by a member of a neighborhood watch group. When Eric Garner, a black man, was killed by a New York City policeman in 2014, LeBron and the rest of the Cleveland Cavaliers player wrote "I Can't Breathe" t-shirts before a game. In 2018, when LeBron spoke about public politics during an interview with ESPN about his experiences as a black man in America, talk show host Laura Ingram said LeBron should keep his opinion to himself and shut up and dribble. LeBron knows his owes more than dribbling to his fans and community, and he's earned his right to use his voice. The best thing she did was help me create more awareness, LeBron said in response. We will definitely not shut up and dribble. I mean, too much to society, but much to youth. Too much to so many kids who feel like they don't have a way out. LeBron dealt with Instagram's in a unique way. He produced a cable television show titled Shut Up and Dribble. The show is a 3-part document about the role of Black American athletes in culture politics. On August 26, 2020, LeBron and every team in the NBA refused to play in protest of the shooting of a young Black named Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin. LeBron has spoken out against many incidents of racial and society injustice. Even then, it meant angering or losing fans. He also helped form an organization called More Than a Vote, which encourages people of color to vote and fight effort to make voting more difficult for them. LeBron is inspired by athletic greats of the past, such as former Lakers star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, former football player Jim Brown, and boxing champion Muhammad Ali. These are guys who stood up when it was way worse than it is today. LeBron said of the athletes who inspire his activities, hopefully someday down the line, people will recognize me not only for the way I approach the game of basketball, but the way I approach life as an African-American man. Playing basketball isn't the only way LeBron entertains people. He also an actor. In 2021, he starred in Space Jam, a new legacy along with Zendaya, Michael B. Jordan. The movie was a sequel to the organization Space Jam starring basketball superstar Michael Jordan. In 1996, LeBron and his friend Maverick helped produce the movie. Basketball, his business, and activism are important to LeBron, but his most important role is being a dad and husband. Bronny, Bryce, and Zuri are the joy of LeBron's life, and he refers to his wife Zana as his queen. LeBron never forgot the pain of growing up without a father or his mother's struggles as a single parent. He never forgot the example of his fatherhood set by Frank Walker Saint. Even with his busy playing schedule and virus business, LeBron is a loving father who takes an active interest in the children's lives. LeBron's continued to maintain a very high level of play. On February 7, 2020, he scored 38 points against the Oklahoma City Thunder, breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 38-year-old NBA career scoring record of 38,383 points, making him arguably the greatest NBA player of all times. As NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has said about LeBron, his basketball history is still being written. So bye, and thank you for reading Who Is LeBron James. I hope you can stay in tune for other Who Is series, and I hope you stay in tune for all the other books I read. Hope you have the rest of your day, and goodbye.